I think we're live. Uh, okay. Maybe we can get some. Guess I joined the room. Okay. Well, with that being said, what we're doing, let me make sure I can hear it because I don't even know if I can hear it. Where's my phone? My phone. Right here. Ugh. What we're doing is we're going to design something for test. Yep. I think I can hear myself. Yep. Okay. So what we're doing is. Wait, was that an echo? I think I have an echo. Let's see if I mute one of these. Would that help? Yes. I don't know why. Okay, so let's assign something. I have a stack of things that I wanna do here. So how do we start? Let's start with creating a new component. We're gonna call this one. We're gonna call this one the cal digit. Okay. So in the cal digit, we're going to insert a mesh. Select from computer. We're going to go to our 3D projects, and the cal digit is there. This was a bad scan. This is a horrible scan, but I didn't care at the time for most of the rough details, if not just the size of it, if that makes sense. But, anyways, we'll work with this. Actually, let me see something before I continue that. Let's actually go into mesh processing here and edit, and maybe not. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Actually, let's go to. You know what? No, I'm not even gonna waste my time because I don't need the details on this one. The second one, I do need details. So, all right, let's go into mesh, boop, direct edit, do that, and we are going to add a plane. Oh, wait, before I do that, actually, let's finish direct editing. Let unground and unparent. Now we can go into U. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a plane on 3 points. Lord Jesus. Okay. 1, 2, 3, because we know that's the bottom. I'm okay with that. Then we'll do one on this side. And what we're doing, I want to align it to the 0 axis. So average this out. U. Oh, Lord. Lord. What is what? This was a bad scan. This is when I first got the scanner and I didn't know what I was doing, but my new scans are better. So I should just try to rescan this, but if I do that, I would have to disconnect and it's fine. It's fine. I just want to average. And that I am okay with. Okay, so we got the sides and the bottom. We'll do the front, which is curved. So what we'll do it down the line. That is a negative. I am satisfied with that, kind of. I'll fix it in a minute. You'll see what I'll do. I just need to thank you for joining, Ghost and Jason. If you're here now, what we're doing is we're just trying to work with this horribly scanned model. Actually, no. Let's take points from 1, 2, and somewhere around here. Let's say here, 3. Okay. We got that going on. So now we need some centers. Let's do mid plane between you and you. I'm okay with that. And before we do the midpoint to this one, that looks okay to me. Let's do you mid plane from you to you. And that is what I call sloppy work. But we'll finish it there. This is a very, very, very horrible, horrible scan. But we got to work with what we got. All right, so now we're gonna align it to our origin. So align, and then we are gonna make sure that our origin is up. So first we'll do the bottom, right? So the bottom plane is this one, and we'll make sure we align it to you. So that'll bring it down, right, onto the floor. And now I'll do another alignment. And we'll align it down the center. So we'll do you and you. And then that's the back, that's the front. So we'll do a little flip. Okay, so that's the front. Okay. And it's down the center, but we still got to bring it center here. So sometimes this is where it gets edgy for me. But let's try to see. Align you. Oh, Lord. Let's make this body disappear. No. Make the construction lines disappear. Yeah, you to you. And that took it off alignment a little bit here, I think. Let's look what the back looks like. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. Oh, no. Let's take out that alignment. And let's hide these construction lines. Actually, no, it was okay. It's just that this is a horrible, shitty scan. Thank you for joining, everyone. Wow, I didn't even see so many people joining. Came and gone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining. We're just working with a very bad scan here and 3D printing. This was the horrible scan we got, but we can work with this. Now let's do a new component. And this one we'll call the Apollo. because it is the Apollo. We'll unground this as well. We'll hide cal digit. And we're going to bring in a mesh. We're going to select the mesh, and our mesh is obviously the Apollo. Now, this was a better scan, obviously, than that first one, because that first one was hot garbage. We're going to bring it to the center, ground it. Where are you? Why you disappeared? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know what's going on there, but oh, okay. Yeah. All right, let's hide these bodies and let's bring these bodies. ¿Qué pasó? I don't even know what happened here. Let's just do this. Let's take out that Apollo. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. All right. We're going to take that component out. Okay, so we're going to go back to U, and we're going to add a new component and call this one Apollo. All right, so now I'm going to okay, so that's ungrounded to parent. That's perfect. Let's make that one disappear. Make sure we're selecting that one. We're going to insert our mesh, better look mesh from the Apollo, the Universal Audio Apollo. Bring that bad boy in. Center, move it to the ground. I like to mess with it a little bit here before I start messing with the mesh. Get it as straight as I can. I'm okay with that for now. So now what we're going to do is we are going to make sure that that's not grounded to parent. We're going to go into mesh, direct edit, because we want to make sure this is nice and centered. So now that we're in direct edit mode, we're going to add a 3-point plane. We're going to select the bottom first. Nope. That wasn't what I wanted, but okay. Construct. There you go. Uno, dos, trace. So that's our bottom plane. That's what we're going to use later to align this to the bottom. And now let's find the center of that. So we'll do another 3 points, and we'll select 3 points from here, here, here. That'll be that plane. And we'll come over here and select another 3 points, 1, 2, 3. And that looks good. So now we are going to find the midpoint. So we're going to a mid plane from U to U. Press OK, and that's going to find our midpoint there. Now the front is going to be a little hard because I have to do an offset, because this looks like this is straight, but this one is slanted. So that's what I was looking at earlier when I was scanning. So let's do the 3 points here. 1, 2, 3, and that's our average there. That's perfect. We're going to go into the back here, and we're going to do another one and then do an offset plane. So 3 points, 1, 2, 3. That'll give us an average there. That's fine. Then do an offset plane from that one. Bring it roughly to here. And I'm gonna have to eyeball this now. This is a little eyeballing. What I think that's fine there. All right, perfect. We got all our midpoints there. We got all our midpoints. So, oh no, we got all our constructions. So now let's do a midpoint between that, and then we can work with what we need to work. All right. We're going to finish editing. We're going to go into solid. We're going to start our alignments. So again, our origins are already up. So that will help us align it to the ground. Bang. All right, we're on the ground. So now the next one is going to be our front line, this midplane. Let's make our construction lines disappear for a second, and our body. And that's our front. I am happy with that. Let's see. So far, not that well. See, that's the thing. Some of these constructions, some of these lines, because they're slanted, see, that one was slanted. So I know I'm going to have to manually do that one. And I'm fine with that. Let's just align the left then. Because I know the left should be straight. You align body. You. Okay, so that is on the right side. And maybe I can just spin this because it looks like everything is aligned there perfectly. All right. I'm okay with that. Move. Let's see if we can. Can I? Where's my front? Right, back, front. Yeah, okay. So all right. So that's our front. And that was horrible. I think it skewed it. That's why, yeah. What if... if I do 90 there, will it keep it on the... No. Why did it skew it? I should have aligned it in Mesh Mixer. Mesh Mixer is better to align. Okay, I got an idea. I have an idea. Since we know, let's start making all of these disappear. Let's leave that one. No. Okay. Since we know that that one is flat, right, and 90 degrees up. And I think the one next to it, that one is, because that's the one that I did. Okay. So if we do an offset plane from there and eyeball it as much as we can, doesn't have to be super perfect, but to the end of this. What do we think? What do we think? What are we thinking here? Okay, so if we do that, and then do a mid plane between those two. Will that mid plane be enough? Let's find out. Okay. Let's see if that'll work. So align you to you. No, that looks like it tilted. Or did it? Yeah, it did. Oh, son of a gun. Aligning these things is so horrible. Why? Okay. We just need the basic shapes. So, and then later on I can rotate the actual model. So let's start with the bottom. Let's start with this. Capture position. That's our model. Let's say right there. All right. Look at that. No. Fit to curves. These are straight lines. Nope. Curve, obviously, U to U. Then let's go from line. All right. So that's roughly what we got. So let's do shape center, center rectangle. No, it's not. You know what? Let's just do negative. We just do spline. Rough shape of what we need, but I'm gonna recreate this. This is not. Let's make this a. Okay. Because it's not centered, obviously, to this center point. So let's just create the lines we need. Just get rid of these. All right. Roughly 10 millimeters. 10, 10, 10. All right. Bring our body back. Extrude this. So it comes in, it champers in. So we can do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rethink this one. Because it looks like I thought they were both straight, but they do come up a little bit here. I mean, I can still extrude that and then cut that. Or I can create another sketch up here, another line, and then do a loft. Let's do a loft. I think a loft would be better. So let's create another cross-section sketch. Oh, no. Let's finish that sketch. And then we can create one of these again. That's our body. You. And then what we'll do is we'll come up. And where'd you go? Negative. Create a mesh section sketch of this. Using this plane. Whoa, why are you all the way over here? Why is it doing that, brusky? Come on. Well, let's make that sketch disappear. Oh. Okay, now we gooch. Now we're golden. All right, so bring it to the side. What we can do is we can bring it to right there for now. Actually, no, wait. I can change the degree. Huh. Let's do that again. Sectional sketch. A view. Select the plane. You. Then bring it up. Yeah, boy. Bring it up 3, 2, 1.5. Yeah, 1.5. And then bring it up as close as we can there. I think that's perfect there. Let's make this body disappear. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Edit L sketch. And then we'll do a spline it. I don't like this line, so I think what I'm going to do is this. Negative. Okay, so now that we have those, let's finish the sketch. So now we have that sketch and we have this sketch. So if I go to solid, U, loft, U to U, yeah, that's not what I wanted, Chief. Hey, ¿qué pasó? Why is that going over there? Why is this love going crazy? You and you. That is not how you use the loft. boy. Why is my left not working? Hmm. Hmm. I swear. They extrude as regular bodies. Does this one extrude? Yeah. Si, senor. Well, let's just start building around it instead of trying to recreate it. What I'm trying to do is a stand where this will be. Actually, let's do this. Is it counted? Bring that body. So if I have that there, mm, what the hell did I just do there? I swear. Hold on. All I want to do is rotate this thing. Why I don't want to rotate? Tell me why. My lord. Why is this difficult? Mm. All a brother want to do is rotate this damn thing. Okay. I think my Fusion is going to hang on me because I have OBS streaming and I have. Oh, did that finish? Like the way it is, but kind of melted. Turn that green into a disgusting blob. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see. Did it disappear on me? It sure did. Is it? Okay, we back. Give me that. Yeah. How does that look? All right, I'm going to stop the stream